What is going on, YouTube and Y'all Squad? This is your boy Yocrates. This is your review for Love and Marriage, Love and Marriage Huntsville season 4. The episode will be in the title. Like I said, it didn't give us a whole lot, so I'm gonna just run through this. But before I forget, for those of you who enjoy gaming or you just want to see just a different side, like the true goofy side of me, you can watch my Pokemon Scarlet, yeah, no, lies. Violet dog playthrough that is up now. Like I said, I think I'm at like 6 or 7 episodes. The last couple, my audio did something stupid, so I had to speed up and all the other stuff. But all the one past that are good. Nevertheless, y'all get to see me just in a different light. So if y'all enjoy that stuff, make sure you watch that. Also, be back here tonight at the Citadel, 9:15 Eastern, 8:15 Central. We'll be here to discuss Real Housewives of Potomac on the Whether You Like It or Not panel, and that review will actually be literally coming like right after this. So stay tuned for that. So with that being said, let's jump into it. So we start off with Stormy. She's having a canvas commercial. She has Tiffany there as a model. Mel joins, and Mel. First of all, before I even get into this, a lot. It seems like a lot of what we're going to get is just rehashing, and I think the only reason that this season is lasting as long as it is they wanted to get Kimmy's storyline, out there pushing and moving. So, but anyway, Mel rehashes the photo shoot that she had with Destiny, and she has to make it clear that they're not friends. They're just cordial because you have Tiffany like, oh, so y'all cool now? Oh, well, this is this, and it's just, hey, something nice happened. That's it. We don't have to. It's nothing else. Like there, some like even I understand how it is to have people that want to try to make you be cool with somebody, and most of the time, in the process, you don't benefit at all, and it has nothing to do with you. It's all about the other people because they feel uncomfortable and all this other stuff. Nevertheless, Mel tells them about her family trip and lets them know that Martell and Marlene, his mother, will be there. And Mel says that she invited Martell because she's in a good place, and she's being the bigger person. Now let me say this: you invite him because you in a good place? No, no, absolutely not. And then the whole being the bigger person, you being the bigger person in this particular instance, it doesn't serve you. Now, on one hand, yes, you do look good on the show, and then two, with everything that is going on present day, oh, I got a hole in it. Oh, whatever. But everything that's going on present day, yes, you can easily flash back to this, but still, it doesn't serve you. And I mean, because the whole thing is all you're doing is you're giving off the appearance of, but it don't serve you. And at the same exact time, I mean, Maya Angelou said it best. When somebody shows you who they are, believe them the first time. He already showed you who he is. And the fact that, oh, I see growth, okay. You saw growth, and all that we saw was him getting in real good with you to sit here and strike again. So I don't feel bad for it. I really don't, especially when he's shown you consistently that he ain't ish, but whatever. And you can tell by how Mel is interacting, especially with her being dismissive of Tiffany. She was just there to shoot a scene because it went from being about Stormy to all being about her. And also, she was very, very dismissive of Tiffany, which makes me believe that either A, she found out about her and Lou meeting with Martell and Martell having choice words about her, or she just like, I've got what I need out of you, and I'm gonna try to phase you out. We shall see. We get Destiny and her cousin Demi. So there's a collab between Madani, which is Destiny's venture, and Demir, which is Demi's thing. Demi says, I'm sorry. Destiny tells us that Demi was her sounding board. They talk about their collaboration and they want to, use their products and have a 90s party and bring all the girls in. Again, it's a show promotion. We get it. We find out that Demi pretty much knew the majority of the crew, which is okay, cool, whatever. And it's also by virtue of you being cousins with Destiny and both of them going to the same school as Martell. I can kind of see that. They rehashed the peace party, and then the whole normalizing cutting people off. And Destiny says that she agrees with that sentiment and is cool with not being cool with Melody. I don't believe it, and neither does Demi. But Demi whole thing is if that's what you say, I have no choice but to believe what you say. We get Melody and Mama Van, then we also get Martell and Merlene. So Melody and Mama Van, Mel tells her that Martell and Marlene are invited. Vanessa wants to talk to Marlene because she hasn't talked to her since their children divorced, and a lot of things have been said. And Vanessa is happy, for the progress. And again, you could be happy for the progress, but you could still keep boundaries there. But again, whatever. Melody already learned. And then Martell with his mom, he says that he's nervous and brings up the conversation he had with the men and how they were saying that a trip like this can give children false hope. But at the same time, Martell wants this to give them that false hope. Like, because he said it, it was almost like, I mean, it's nice to have hope, but we don't know what God is going to know. You want this to happen. Now, you may not necessarily want Mel, which I think he does, but you want your kids to feel away because you're trying to use your children as pawns. So we get Kimmy and Maurice. They're driving home, and they're going to meet her family there because they are already at her home. We find out that she's already done her first chemo. This is where I believe she was coming from that. She has 16 treatments left. It's all going to happen in a 20-week span. There's a surgery, and then there's going to be radiation. And she said it was 2 weeks between them finding the lumps and everything and them getting to this point to where she just had her first chemo session. Kimmy is being very optimistic, and it's like in times like this you have to, because all that you really can do when you get news like this is you could either let the news put you in a real negative headspace, and that amount of stress and worry and toll. Now again, I've never had cancer, but when you just have an illness in general, you let yourself succumb to all of that, it really hits you and it really weighs at you, and you're leaving your body defenseless for whatever it is you're dealing with to truly attack you, whether it be an ailment like that. It could be something mental, you know what I'm saying? And she's dealing with the mental aspect of this, not necessarily the physical. So let's see. So she's at home with her family. We found out that her mom, I believe her mother and father, I believe it was her father, but I'll just say her parents had moved down to live with them because it's the whole circle of life stages thing where y'all took care of me. So now that y'all are at a older age, I want to take care of you. But the crazy thing is because she's currently going through this cancer battle, they still have to take care of her. I'm like, man, and it's crazy. And I'm just letting y'all know that I am being very service with how I talk about this, because I've had two women in my family on my mother's side of the family. My close cousin Yolanda had passed. Why am I using their names? My mother's niece had passed. I already said her name. Had passed away from cancer, and then on my father's side, one of my aunts had passed away from cancer. So I know it. So I'm trying to see now that I'm going into. Whenever I talk about this, I'm going to be very surface about it, so I don't go into being in that emotional state. Just saying. Um, okay. Um, we found out that Jalen is reserved when it comes to this whole process, which is understandable. I mean, no child really wants to see their parents go through something so traumatic. And again, with my cousin that passed away, and me being here, seeing how her children had to see her go through the motions and whatnot, I get it. They talk about visitation and helping her with her appointments, and how currently Maurice is bearing the most of it. And Kimmy is very concerned for Maurice because he's a fixer. And then she breaks down by saying, he's a fixer, but he can't fix me. I'm like, whew, okay. Wrap this up, move on to the next one. Now that she has gotten her PET scan, she can now tell the others. So she's only told Tisha that we know of, and obviously Tisha more than likely went and told Marceau. So now that she has definitive concrete stuff, she's is going to go and tell everybody else, and it appears that it's going to be next week's episode. So it's a Florida trip. We find out that the chef is going to come in tomorrow. Now Martell brought. I know the snack. I saw the box, but they had a blur. I cannot remember what it is, but he brought that for her, her favorite snack, and she was like, and in essence, he brought the brand, just the wrong flavor. Mel had ordered food, and everything was wrong. And she was mostly upset. Not that it was wrong, but that she was ordering it because she knows what Martell likes. Again, because they were married. And she was upset because the food that she had for him was wrong. Because her whole thing is like, I can eat whatever. But like, she ordered lemon pepper wings. They only had regular wings. She ordered for a pizza that had both sausage and pepperoni. They got her a sausage pizza and a pepperoni pizza. So she was upset about that. Now, just to make this video just a little bit longer. So for my birthday, many moons ago, I want to say I was probably maybe like 22, 23. My boys and I went to Chinatown and I had ordered, what was it? Beef shrimp fried rice. So beef and shrimp fried rice. And my thing is, if you are unsure about my order, just ask a question. No, I'm sorry. I ordered beef fried rice for me. No, for my friend. Shrimp fried rice for me at the time. There we go. And they gave me beef shrimp fried rice. And he pretty much like, okay, I'll just pick out the shrimp, whatever. And it was one of those that I felt away now. I didn't say nothing because I wasn't finna sit here and cause a scene. Let's just say I undertipped all the way because like, you done messed up my order. It is what it is. I understand the frustration. The only reason I didn't say anything, hold on, is because I know that if I start talking about it, I will turn into my mother, and then things will start coming out very spicy and fragrant. And that's not what we're trying to do. And again, even though we had already been given our food, I don't mess with people that deal with my food or my finances. Don't do it. So anyway, Mel discussed the sleeping arrangements with him. He was just like, oh, why can't I sleep on the same floor with the kids? Now look. At first, before I saw the previews for the next episode, it's like, dude, she didn't pay for this. Like, hush your mouth. If she said you sleep in the basement, they never you sleeping in the basement. It is what it is. But to know that Martell invited the Scotts over next episode leads me to, because they vacation all the time, and this is the first time they have vacation together since divorcing. But the fact that he did not consult her or anything like that, lets me know production pay for this trip. But regardless, her trip, the kids, they see hope, and you can clearly see like, oh, we're here. Like they're looking like, oh, the band's about to get back together, and it's not. Martell said he wouldn't want to cause his kids heartbreak. Ninja, please, because if that's the case, you wouldn't have stepped out on the institution that you had with Melody. If that's the case, her having sole custody, you would have just let it go, let it be, unless Melody is doing something to where she is unfit to be a mother and causing those children harm. Let them be with their mother. And when they get of age to make the decision that, hey, I want to live with you, then you take it up then. But doing all this is causing them heartbreak. Recording them, these private conversations you're having with them and posting it on social media is harming them. But nevertheless, that is the review. All right, I done gave y'all 14 minutes because I'll be honest, I could have gave this to y'all in between 3 and 5 minutes. But look, I'm over here giving you the best that I got. All right, so make sure you come back because we're gonna do Potomac. And of course, still, make sure y'all check out the Pokemon content. I'm over here and I'm thugging it out, y'all. I am look. If y'all remember, I think it was it was either last year or the beginning of this year where I was cranking out BDSP, Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl. Get y'all mind the gutter. videos. So same thing here. All right, y'all. That's all I got. Rate, comment, subscribe, and share. I'll see y'all in a minute for Potomac. Peace out.